Hello everyone, welcome to Maths Bridge. Thanks for joining with us. We shall continue our machine learning exploration in today's class with a new topic. Let's get started. For more learning videos, please do visit us at our YouTube channel at Maths Bridge. Okay, please do subscribe the channel if you are yet to be. Thanks for all your support. In types of machine learning, we have seen like a supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and then semi-supervised learning, which is a subset of both supervised and unsupervised. The key takeaways that we learned here is, in supervised learning, we have seen the label data along with the data set. There is a direct feedback and then predict the outcome or the failure. Right? This is what we have seen in supervised learning. Like in unsupervised learning, there is no label data, there is no feedback. You are only getting like some kind of input, no training data, but trying to find out a hidden patterns. What normally you did there, you analyze the data and find out a patterns based on similarities and differences. Accordingly, you segregate the data, put them in the different clusters. The outcome of unsupervised learning is basically like in a cluster data, right? Now we are looking at a altogether different learning, which is known as a reinforcement learning. In nutshell, what we can call it as a reward and punishment system, meaning learn from the feedback, self-discovery, and learn from his own experience. This is how you would infer reinforcement learning. Okay, this is basically taking a suitable actions to maximize the reward in a particular situation. So it is helps you to find a best possible solution for a given specific situation. That is how you can infer it. Reinforcement learning is a one form of machine learning technique that is unique and totally different from supervised and unsupervised learning techniques. We use principle of giving incentives for a good outcome as a foundation of our algorithm here in this case. Okay, it's about like taking a suitable actions to maximize the reward in a particular situation. So basically the reinforcement algorithm is used to find out best possible solutions of a given specific situation. That is how you look at it. Basically you say that like learn from the outcomes, say feedback, and decide what action should take next from the feedback. This basically interacting continuously with the environment and get the reward from the as a feedback and do the next set of actions based out of the reward. So if the reward is high, then probably you might have done a good thing, so probably you will be doing better than before. And otherwise, if your reward is less, then you would do a corrective action as per the feedback and do better than before. That is how it continuously evolve your learning process until it get it right. This is how it is. If you could think through, this is exactly how we are learning, right? Human brain when make some decisions, how it works, right? reinforcement algorithm also works in same way. Okay, so let's take like a simple example. Let's use like example of a dog in this case. You may try teach a dog to perform specific task, but it will not be easy, no? You tell the dog to perform certain things. Okay, with each successful completion, you would reward with biscuit. So you asking like go and get a stick or paper, or ball, but it may not listen at first go. But what you are trying to do, like if you are trying to complete what I ask for, then you will be getting the biscuit as a reward. If you're doing more good things, you will get like more biscuits. What happens is like the dog will or recall that if it will perform a specific action, it will be rewarded with a biscuit. Oh, great. So now a dog try to do the good things by following the instructions given, isn't it? So in a nutshell, reinforcement algorithm also works in that way, right? It's a beautiful technique which is called as a reward and punishment algorithm, because reward the algorithm with feedback. Okay, based on the feedback, it does enhance and improve the next course of action, right? Enhance the future performance is what we are saying here. Okay, the one more thing, we can call this as like a trial and error method, isn't it? Because you are keep doing trial and error. You're doing a trial and then see the outcome and then try to correct it back. So that's why reinforcement learning learns from the consequence of actions through the trial and error. Clear? So we can talk about one more example. So let's assume that when you were a kid, wanted to play a new sports, a chances were you did not read the manual. Instead you observe the other people what they're doing, and then figure out. Okay, in some situations you made a mistakes and then lost the ball, and then what happens is like you score less. If you do a right thing, then probably right move, then you score high. So what is means by that is like that is kind of a learning by trial and error process, isn't it? So the kind of feedback that you see is a positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement. Okay. So on the hood, the goal of a reinforcement algorithm is to achieve optimal outcome from unseen data. Are you clear this? Yeah, this is really the good thing. A good technique for use to automate, to build the automation systems, okay, that have to make a small decisions without human guidance. Autonomous self teaching, learn by trial and error method, right? Your car is like driverless car actually does the same thing, right? Initial stage. That's correct. So reinforcement algorithm basically works by interacting with the environment, works like a human brain when makes some decisions, and then it has no label data or training data. All the decisions that it takes is kind of a sequence based on the feedback. Key concepts which we use in reinforcement learning. Agent. Agent is nothing but a learner or a decision maker that interacts with environment. Environment means the external system with which the agent is interacting. What is meant by state? A representation of current situation or a configuration of environment. Action, right? Action means the set of all possible moves the agent can take is nothing but actions. Some are good actions, some are bad actions. Good reward for good action, punishment for the bad actions. Reward means a feedback from environment to evaluate the action taken by the agent. That's what I mean by reward. Policy, a strategy used by the agent to determine the next action based on the current state. Okay, that's called a policy that the agent has to be live with. Value function, a function that estimates the expected cumulative reward for a state or state action pair. Q value means action value function, a function that estimates the expected. Where you could see reinforcement algorithm, okay, like in applications. You could use a reinforcement algorithm in game playing, robotics, precisely for the navigation, walk, jump, you know, things like that. In financial sector, probably this is for the finding a strategy for the trading and automobile manufacturing, autonomous cars, AlphaGo, chemistry, mainly for optimizing the chemical reactions, and then there are many more. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on bell icon and leave the comments. Happy learning. Thank you. Stay tuned to upcoming sessions.